York State calling the monkeypox outbreak an imminent threat to public health. But city officials aren't going that far, despite New York City having the most cases in the country. News 4's Andrew Siff live on the east side tonight with the infighting in City Hall over the city's response to the outbreak. Andrew.
Right, Natalie, the words matter in one respect because how you describe the monkeypox virus determines whether certain red tape is cut, whether certain federal funding gets cleared, and many critics would like to see all levels of government take a more aggressive approach. From long lines when the vaccine was here to a frustrating reality today, the city's health department continuing to say all available appointments have been filled at this time. In Chelsea, Peter Madero lucky enough to get one today through a nonprofit.
Apparently, they give a certain amount of doses to the organization. And of course, they called me and said, would you like to get the vaccine? And I said, well, of course, because it's so difficult to get.
Some believe cutting red tape and speeding up the resupply might require declaring an emergency. New York State has called monkeypox an imminent threat. The White House has not.
We are doing everything that we can, working with the state and local legislators. We think it is our responsibility to fight this virus.
Mayor Adams today said his health commissioner has also not declared an emergency yet, but the mayor downplayed reports one top scientist got kicked to another department in a dispute over messaging.
About the personnel that was transferred, we don't talk about personnel policies and what we do with our personnel, but we do it in a fair way.
And today, a group of city, state, and federal lawmakers asked the state for stronger language than the imminent threat, urging a disaster declaration will send a message to the federal government that we need additional resources to deal with this health crisis.
We were lucky enough to get 300 doses from the state.
Thomas Amatrano is nursing supervisor at Bergen Newbridge Medical Center's new vaccine clinic that opened today. The virus, notable for skin lesions and a rash that spreads through close contact, has been especially prevalent among gay and bisexual men.
This is not deadly. It is something that everybody does live through. It is curable. However, we have to use common sense.
Now, Governor Hochul has said it'll take 4 to 6 weeks before that new federal shipment arrives. Many people wondering why. Health officials telling us it's an issue of production. Monkeypox is
Begin this morning with the growing concerns about the monkeypox outbreak. Governor Hochul has declared a disaster emergency in New York State as officials try to slow the spread of the virus. The rising case numbers have led to a rush for vaccines, but it could take several weeks before we have enough doses to meet demand. It has been start and stop through this whole thing. Meantime, 2 people have died in Spain and Brazil. They've died. The first reported deaths from this outbreak outside of Africa. Eyewitness News reporter Marcus Solis is live for us this morning with more. Good morning, Marcus.
Good morning, Michelle. Governor Hochul making that declaration last night. It essentially allows local health departments to speed up their response by tapping into some state and federal money, but the biggest obstacle remains accessibility to that vaccine. Now, New York City remains the epicenter of the outbreak with more than 25% of cases in the U.S. The number of cases in New York State has now topped 1,400. The state is awaiting 110,000 doses of vaccine from the federal government. 80,000 of those are allocated for the city, but it will take 4 to 6 weeks for that shipment to arrive.
From the beginning of this, and remember, New York was out in front of the country, really pushing a vaccination campaign. We've been calling on more and more vaccine to be made available to the city because we are definitely the epicenter of this. I think we still have a chance to slow this thing down if we can get shots into arms.
All of the vaccines that we have and all of the appointments are out.
Well, Connecticut will begin administering the vaccine on Monday at 15 different locations, and New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy has written requesting additional doses for his state, saying that the virus doesn't respect borders.
Hello guys, thank you for joining my channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I'm Renee Michelle, and I'm coming to you guys with some information about monkeypox. The New York City governor has declared a state of emergency And you know, when it happening in one state, it's gonna trickle down to the other state. And so much other stuff is finna transpire because of this. So y'all need to pay attention to what's going on. And you know, I'm learning some stuff, so I would just want to, you know, put this knowledge out to you guys. What I learned about monkeypox. Monkeypox is a rare disease caused by an infection with the monkeypox virus. Monkeypox virus is part of the same family virus as variola virus that causes smallpox. Monkeypox symptoms are similar to smallpox, but milder. Monkeypox is rarely fatal. Monkeypox is not related to chickenpox. I heard that it was, but looking up that and doing a little research, they're saying that it's not. But who knows? Monkeypox was discovered in 1958 when two outbreaks of a pox-like disease occurred in colonies of monkeys kept in a research facility. Despite being named monkeypox, the sources of the disease remain unknown. So they don't know how it got here. But you know, they said AIDS also came from over there in Africa or whatever with the monkeys. I know it was like related, AIDS was related to the monkeys. Men was over there having sex with the monkeys and stuff. So who knows? Rabbit hole probably go deep. Anyway, African rodents, non-human primates like monkeys might harbor the virus and infect people. So, the first human case of monkeypox was recorded in 1907 when the virus was isolated from a child in Dominican Republic of the Congo. AIDS, remember Congo? I remember AIDS being somehow related to somewhere out there in the Congo. Monkeypox virus was isolated and identified in 1958 when monkeys were shipped from Singapore to a Denmark research facility. So that's what I've learned, and I've also been doing some research, been seeing that, you know, that it's kind of like related to bisexual men. They're more likely to get it, but you know how that goes. So if they're going to get it, it's going to trickle down to everybody else. So, and they don't really want to, you know, the government don't really want to do too much about it right now. So, like when I did my research on it the first time, it was bad, but now it seems like it's getting worse, and that was probably about 2 or 3 months ago. So now they don't declare the whole state of emergency, and it's really something to really be watched and keep our radars up on, because I don't know, like what we're going to do with all this stuff that's just going on. Let me take that back. I do know what we're going to do. We're going to stay prayed up. We're going to just keep ourselves protected. We're going to just do the best we can, you know, to keep our families safe, and just keep doing our research and doing what we got to do, you know. So I just want to bring the stories to y'all because, like I said, New York just did a state of emergency. And when one city do it, one state do it, it's gonna trickle down to everybody else. And I know Atlanta also got some high cases up there. So be paying attention. These are 2 big states right now in America. So pay attention. So y'all really do pay attention. And they also, I've seen on the news, which gonna probably be in one of my videos that you listen to, that it has been related to 2 deaths. So y'all just stay prayed up, stay listening. I don't know what they're doing, because all of a sudden just showed up out of nowhere right after coronavirus. So it's like we can't win flus. So all we can do is stay prayed up. And like I said, we probably going through a battle, you know, in the atmosphere, the higher powers. It's a lot, you know. But thank you for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.